Hello everyone. Welcome to Let's Learn Blockchain. So today we are bringing you a new series on blockchain in financial services. Well, why financial services? You may ask. That is because more than any other industry, blockchain has disrupted the financial industry more than anything else. Blockchain is transforming everything from cross-border payments to settlements and clearing to even fundraising. Hey, before I forget, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet done because this channel is going to bring to you everything that you need to know about blockchain, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies. All right, so this will be a series of 6 videos where we will explore how blockchain or distributed ledger technology is disrupting the financial industry. Let's start with some basics to set the foundation leading up to the main agenda. Okay, let's dive into the video. Firstly, let's look at how we store and maintain the information in our digital world. Our traditional ledgers, which is the foundation of our accounting system, has been present since ages in form of writing and money. Now we went through a huge evolution path from a clay table to transfer our information into digital code and storage in the cloud. The most notable innovation was the introduction of computer technology, which was initially simply used to transfer information from the paper to the digital code. For quite long, especially in developing economies, paper driven accounting has been taking care of all our records related to agreements and bookkeeping, etc. Later in internet and cloud computing has significantly reduced the cost of searching for information and working together and exchanging information. At the same time, economic and social activities are centralized around the pillars that store about customers and transactions such as banks, government agencies, and social network. Like Facebook, social network, like Facebook, as they are the custodian of your data, and all the data is stored on their server. Economics and social interactions are also centralized and have a middleman or organizations in the process that enable trust between the different actors that we see over here. Traditional systems and business processes rely on the central authority and the hierarchy to generate trust and transfer value. For example, when money passes between the participants, usually in the form of digital entries in a database, central counterparty records and supervise the transfer to prevent cheating. Now, all these participants then undertake costly, time consuming, and duplicated reconciliation within their own system. Maintaining procedural, organizational, and technological infrastructure which are required to create trust is becoming expensive, time consuming, and in many cases inefficient. Now, how the blockchain is redefining the trust. Blockchain is often described as a transfer of trust in a trustless world. Now, referring to the fact that the entities participating in a transaction not necessarily know each other, yet they exchange information with a certainty and nothing but a validation. They just need a validation. In other words, blockchain provides an architecture that allows us to trust the output of the system without trusting any actor. A key feature of the blockchain and distributed ledger architecture is the lack of centralized operator and the middleman in the business process. This actually helps to reduce dependency on the trusted intermediaries such as banks, government agencies, lawyers, notaries, regulators, etc. So there is a different way of trusting on blockchain rather than trusting a central counterparty. Terminology around the blockchain can be confusing for a novice or even an expert. We are living in a digital age of buzzwords when even complex technological solutions are just the 5 words or even less. Now, people often think of blockchain and distributed ledger technology as same, but it's time to figure out what is the difference. Now, distributed ledger is a type of database that is spread across multiple cities, institutions, or even countries. It's decentralized in nature, eliminating the need for an intermediary to protect, validate, or authenticate transactions. Each party, that could be an individual or organization, is represented by their computer and they're called a node. And now, instead of single trusted third party that validates all the transactions, a peer-to-peer network of computers running the computer protocol that validates transactions by reaching a consensus of nodes. A blockchain is a form of distributed ledger which maintains a secure record of historical transactions. These transactions are collected in the block, chained in the chronological order, and distributed amongst a number of different computers or servers to create reliable program. Each node keeps its own copy of transaction of the network. Nodes work directly with each other to check new transaction validity through a process called consensus. Bitcoin was the first application of blockchain. Therefore, people often use Bitcoin to mean the blockchain, which is not true. Blockchain is the underlying technology behind Bitcoin. Blockchain has way more application beyond cryptocurrency. Financial services companies, social media, telecom providers, and other organizations maintain centralized platform to run the business. This type of systems require that all data, communication, and information should pass through a central hub. You cannot just send or receive any information without it going through that single point. For example, you cannot send money to your friend if your bank system isn't available. Unlike centralized platforms, distributed ledger does not require information to pass through a single point. Instead, it is based on many connect points known as peer-to-peer network. As you may see on the diagram that all blockchains are distributed ledger, but not all distributed ledgers are blockchains. Therefore, distributed ledgers does not necessarily need to have a data structure in blocks. And for example, the Coda platform from R3 or Ripple are examples of non-blockchain based distributed ledger. Why DLT is so innovative and what value it can bring to financial services. So first of all, it allows disintermediation from third party trusted entities. What does that mean? So we no longer need that central gatekeeper to verify transactions and authenticate their source. On the blockchain, this is done independently on multiple nodes. That also eliminates transaction fee that we pay to the intermediaries, hence making the process cheaper. Multiple contributors can contribute simultaneously. It means that more than one contributor can modify the database at the same time from any location. Blockchain validates a transaction and all contributors can see the history of transactions. Another unique feature is that it creates robust redundancy. If a node or any contributor is compromised, even then the rest of the network remains secured. Single force will not break the system because multiple backups with up to date data are present within the network. Now, distributed ledger technology and the blockchain are promoting trust amongst the contributors. Each participant could continuously audit the ledger. So it brings greater transparency that makes fraud and any manipulation more difficult. Cryptocurrency was the first application of blockchain technology and the best known so far. So let me shed some more light on it. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency designed to work as a medium of exchange and store it on a distributed ledger. It used cryptography to secure and verify transaction as well as to control creation of new units of a particular cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency can be obtained, stored, and transacted electronically. It facilitates peer-to-peer exchange without any necessity to go through a third-party intermediary. Every transaction is a record on a distributed ledger that consists of senders and the recipient's public key or wallet addresses, and the amount of course, the coin transferred. Uh, Transactions also need to be signed off by the sender with their private key. Therefore, the fundamental difference to conventional financial is that the funds are owned who holds the keys. The cryptocurrency wallet is a software or hardware device that stores public and private keys and interacts with various blockchains to enable users to send and receive cryptocurrency as well as to monitor their balance. Now, Bitcoin is the first and the most known cryptocurrency to date. At the same time, there are more than 1,000 different cryptocurrencies, encrypted tokens available uh, on the market. So I have also created a lot of video or few videos on ICOs. You can go and look into that. Like there are multiple, especially in 2017, there was a ICO boom, and that was like more than 2,000 cryptocurrency, and a lot of crap projects also came up. So you can go to coin market cap and try and get a hang of it. Now I see a big opportunity for the banks in the near future to have a role of issuing and safeguarding cryptocurrency wallets instead of bank accounts. Now central bank could also create a digital fiat currencies that will be another step of cryptocurrency revolution. Okay, let's define what is a smart contract. So, whether you have bought a new home or renting a spare room, contracts have been integral to any official agreement. The volume and complexity of traditional contracts can be overwhelming, involving high administrative cost and dependence on third party systems. Now, living in a digital world is becoming critical to find a way to make reliable and digital business agreements. So, smart contracts is a computer protocol which stores and carry out the contractual clauses on a distributed ledger. Smart contracts not only define the rules and the penalties around the agreement in the same way the traditional contract does, but also automatically enforce those obligations. It's a seamless and automated process. The contracts wait for the external trigger, such as market prices, to evaluate predefined conditions and self execute upon the fulfillment of the conditions. So, whenever a condition is a predefined condition which is programmed and that is fulfilled, and when that event is triggered from outside system, so the smart contract self executes and it does not require any manual intervention, and it fulfills the agreement which is programmed in the contract. The smart contracts present many exciting transformative opportunities for the financial service industry. Now, for example, it could keep track of every clause in every contract that they ever agreed. I mean, any agreement, it could be option contracts, future contract, whatever is the agreement that it closes, how the contract will be closed, that can be programmed, and it can auto execute when that event hits. Now it would know what it says and make sure it's, I mean, never breached. So whatever we have programmed, it that cannot be breached, and whenever the event occurs, it will automatically execute. And the most amazing that the process will happen automatically without the need for details such as intensive output for human from any human being. Okay, that's it for this video, and hopefully uh, we were able to go through all the basics and you were able to understand uh, basics of what is a distributed ledger technology, what is a blockchain, what is a smart contract, and some terminologies that we discuss, the jargons around blockchain. So, as I said at the start, that this is a series of 6 videos probably, and we are going to discuss in detail. We are going to apply the blockchain to financial services, and we are going to see how it is disrupting this industry. So stay tuned, guys, and wait for the subsequent videos when I publish it. Obviously, if you are subscribed it and press the bell icon, you will be notified, and hopefully see you soon in the next video. And thanks a lot for stopping by.